Okay, it's that time of the week again where we go through my team. We'll be starting with the points from game week 6 into the game week 6 team of the week, and then my team for game week 7. So this week was slightly above average, but not in any of these apparently. Not a great game week, to be honest. Haaland kind of saved me, and I'm like, the wild card and free hit, well, not free hit, but the hit I took for Haaland has been so worth it, evidently. So for some reason, I don't know what's up with Chelsea players and getting red cards, but the two I have had red cards. I had Sanchez in goal, red card. I had Chalobah, red card. Oh, I just don't know what to do. So Everton let me down against West Ham. I thought they were going to do a lot better than they did. But it is what it is. I feel like Everton should have actually won that game, to be honest. I watched the highlights. West Ham are a confusing team to play against now that they've switched manager. So you can't really like put all your eggs against West Ham anymore, which is what you would have done in the first few weeks of the season. But format changes, and then you learn to change it, to be honest. Kudus back on the form of 2 points a game. Disappointing against Wolves again. You think with the form Wolves is on, how many goals they've conceded, you think they'd take away more than just one goal against them, but it is what it is. Pedro Porro didn't even start, which is horrific, but it is what it is. Reinhardt's 2 points again. They won 5-1 against Burnley, and he gets 2 points. And he played the full 90, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, he played 82 minutes. Sorry. Still ridiculous. Semenyo, what can I say? This guy is just staying in the team. I say it week in, week out. Beautiful. All right, Chelsea, João Pedro. I'm not him getting two week points in a row is not his fault. He's coming again, like he's got 10 men on his team every time. He's always down a man. So I'm ignoring those weeks for him because it's not fair to like judge a team for like a 10-man team pretty much. Haaland, of course, getting his 2 goals and his assist. Absolutely fantastic. Gyökeres, nothing. Niche against Newcastle, but he'll find his form. I feel like I'm going to just stick with it. There's no one else I'd want. There's no one else I'd want in this team right now. I'll take a look at the like top scoring players. Sanity is a player I'd want in defense, but I'm not making any like quick changes yet. Minte scored 5 points that game. He got an assist, annoyingly. So if I've switched him out for any of those, but that's just hindsight. I was correct in benching these two, to be honest. Like, the game was rough. It was a tough game. Virgil's always getting those defensive contributions, which Tarkowski always is as well, but that game just did not. So we'll look at the team of the week, which I've only got one player, which is Haaland. I don't think a lot of people would have had these players except Gabriel. I feel like he's the only, like, Gabriel and Haaland are the only like ones that you'd think they'd have, like people would have. Sarr maybe, actually. I feel like he's finding good form, to be honest, in Palace's side. So he might be a player that I could pick up potentially. Thiago, he seems like he's on form too for Brentford. So maybe keep an eye on him, see how he does, because I could bring him in for sure. He's like Wissa pretty much for Brentford now. But this is the team I'm going for. I didn't make any transfers. I just changed my lineup a bit. Obviously, I had to take Chalobah out. Crystal Palace are playing against Everton. I feel like this is a big game week for like transfers. I will see how Thiago gets on. I will see how who was that other player? Sar gets on. I feel like Sar might be a good replacement for Kudus if Kudus doesn't perform this week. And then Senesi maybe for Poro. Maybe Thiago for Gyökeres, and then that frees up money for someone else if there is even anyone else I want. But Tottenham against Leeds is another big game. I won't switch out these two until next game week if I choose to, see how they get on, because I feel like ever since I've put them in my team, it's just not gone great. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I've chose to put Van Dijk on the bench again. Against Chelsea, that's a big game away from home. I don't think they're going to keep a clean sheet. Same for Pedro, sorry. João Pedro. I just feel like the midfield is a much stronger... they have much easier games than at home to Liverpool, although we're conceding all the time now, apparently. So he could score, and when he was at Brighton, I'm pretty sure he scored a few against Liverpool. So yeah, but I'm keeping Gyökeres because West Ham, they don't have the quickest of centre backs. Gyökeres isn't that quick. I will admit he is quite slow, but I feel like this is the game that he would score plenty in. We'll see how Thiago does against Man City at home. See if maybe we can replace Gyökeres for him. That could be a good pick. Minte away against Wolves, he'd been doing great. I feel like he's gonna do good that game. Overall, I think this is a good pick. Here Chelsea playing the week after against Forest and then Sunderland. So I think Chelsea still are good picks. I don't know about Sanchez in goal. I think actually what I'm gonna do, where is it? Where's the players? Scout, is it? No, stats. That's it. Unless you're looking right at it. So Gehi again. Enzo Fernandez, another good pick. He is frustratingly good. Kind of wish I have him on my team, but then that's too many Chelsea players. But just looking through this, there's not really anyone else that I'm really wanting. Bowen, finding goddamn form after I've taken him out my team, of course. That's fine. It is what it is. Ekitike, back from suspension. He could do a lot better now, but again, I'm not risking any Liverpool strikers anymore. But yeah, there's not really anyone else that I'm desperate to get in just now. Senesi is ridiculous for 5 million, but again, they've had two kind of easy-ish games with Wolves and Leeds, so we'll see how they do against these two games, or even these next set of games are difficult for Bournemouth, so we'll see how they get on. Again, Thiago, this guy's finding form. I feel like he got 1 goal against Sunderland, 2 goals against Man United, which are teams with bad defenses. So we'll see how he does against Man City, and then we can kind of judge based from that how well they're gonna do. And Sar, this is another player. Obviously, he missed most games he starts. He does ridiculous in. That's 8 points against Forest, 7 points against Aston Villa, and then 11 points against Liverpool. And he didn't even play the full 90. So definitely a player to look at. I might replace him for Kudus, which is pretty much a straight swap, I'm thinking. Actually, I'll take a look. If I was to make the subs just now, I'd put in... Where is he? I've even got money in the bank, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I do. So I could put Sar in, and then let's say we'll put Thiago in. Oh, why is it in midfielders? That frees me with almost 4 million. which I can spread around the team if I wanted to. But that's like a different kind of thought. I don't really know what, like, that's the thing. The lower kind of priced players are, except Haaland, are kind of performing just now. There's not really like, let's like go back to this. Look, there's not really maybe I could put Gabriel in. I could switch out one of my players for Gabriel. But other than that, these guys are like cheap players. They're not like the most expensive out there, and they're in the team of the week. So it's kind of just like a gamble just now. Even last week, look at this. There's not really players that you'd expect to be in like a team of the week, except Haaland. Haaland's the only really one you'd expect to be there. It's insane just looking back at, well, this one, like, I had 2 of these players, or I have 3 of these players. So it all switches in a game week, you know? And this one was ridiculous. 24 points there. Anyway, I'm rambling on about players and thinking about future plans, but we'll think about that at a different time. I don't think triple captain needs to be used. I could use it on Gyökeres, but that's a big risk I don't want to take. I think we'll put Haaland on it whenever he has like an easy-ish game. We'll see maybe how Everton perform, and we could put him in triple captain against Everton. Just saying.